7, 6, 5. Alright, hey guys, JKdaPlague here, dropping in on another Garena Premier League game. This is the Southeast Asian scene. This is their league, and it is going to be Hunters up against MSK. Now, this is their tournament here. This is the group stages, and right now, MSK and Hunters are very close together in the middle of their group. So the winners here, I believe it's the top 4 members move on. There are 8 spots in the knockout bracket, so we're just going to get right into the pick and ban phase. This should be a very exciting game to watch, as there is a lot on the line for this game here as we're coming into this is the 3rd week of the group stages. And we can't wait to watch this game. A lot of us maybe don't recognize Hunters that much. We recognize MSK, the name MSK, because they were at Worlds, of course, and they didn't really receive a lot of attention. They have had some roster changes, so we're gonna have to see how that actually works out for them. On the side of Hunters, of course, I actually don't know too much about them, so I'm really excited to see them play. Want to see if there's anybody who really stands out from the rest here. But let's just get right into it. First ban from Hunters will be Renekton. Renekton's just a very common pick and ban in this kind of right now in general. He's a very common. He just wins top lane very easily. He's very just able to get into that back line, getting a nice stun. That dominance does so much damage that it's just very hard to deal with. So they don't really want to deal with it. He's been common first pick and he's been common ban. So I'm not surprised to see that. Elise, also very common ban. We've been seeing very common bans. Not too many targeted bans here just yet here. So Elise, a very common ban. She's a very strong jungler. Don't really want to deal with it. So they're just going to, ban it away. Meanwhile, Jax is also going to get banned. Jax, he's actually doing pretty well as of late here. He's a very good carry towards the late game, and there's been a lot of strategies around Jax, just kind of thrusting him into that kind of scary area, and he's just able to really carry a game just very well. So, and then Twitch, that seems like a targeted ban. I haven't really seen the Twitch ban before just yet, so it seems like a targeted ban up against Hunters. Maybe they play a very mean Twitch, I don't know. And then there's Zyra. As we continue this, as we're waiting for the last ban to get picked, and it will be Zed. Now, Zed, he did get nerfed, he did get changed. I wouldn't really call it too big of a nerf, but he did get changed here in the last patch and wears clones, and it does work a little bit differently now. But all in all, he's still a very strong champion in middle lane. He is, able to just get on there, and a first pick Vayne is actually a very interesting choice for first pick. In North America, Europe, you see a lot of, first pick middle lanes, first pick top lanes, first pick just kind of carry people in general. Now, when Corki was kind of the dominating AD carry, that's when you would really see a lot of, AD carry picks. But Vayne is a very interesting choice for a first pick. So I really want to see what this had to pick. I've seen Kale, work with Vayne very well here. But it's an interesting choice for first pick because it kind of allows just MSK to really kind of pick something to really counter that and really just be able to shut down Vayne. Kind of gives him that option. As MSK is actually going to pick up Nidalee. Now, Nidalee has been a very contested champion in this whole tournament. I've seen her picked or banned on almost every single game here, as well as Fiddlesticks in almost every single game. These are 2 sought-after champions, and MSK is just going to take them away from Hunters and for themselves almost immediately. Now, we've seen Nidalee, we know what she does. She's got those very long-range spears, and they're actually going to be changing that relatively soon here, so we're actually probably going to say goodbye to Nidalee soon. But frankly, her spears have just been doing so much damage. She's got that nice, huge execution move in her Cougar form that it just does quite a bit. She's got so much mobility. Their traps are useful. She does a lot. She got a lot of utility and just a lot of usefulness around the map in the hands of the appropriate player. Now, Zach's someone we actually haven't been seeing for a while. We don't know. He could be in top lane or he could be in the jungle, but I'm not too sure why Tainted Ones just wouldn't pick him. So he must be in the top lane. And Zach, he's still a good top laner. Those nerfs that they did to him they still hurt him, but he's still a relatively good top laner. And they're hovering over Annie. Annie has definitely up, and they're just going to lock her in. Like I said, as I was going to say, Annie is one of those definitely just good supports right now. Got that nice stun. Tibber, she deals so much damage that it just really helps. And with her attack range, she's able to really just kind of get quite a bit of harassment in there, as well as that stun really setting up for any kind of gank, setting up for a team fight, or just defending against the gank. There's so much potential there for Annie, and we've definitely been seeing quite a bit. Annie support definitely just very good right now, and we actually might see the rise of Annie support even more. We might actually see her have to get nerfed in the next couple patches, because in Season 4 they're getting a lot of gold items. So I'm actually, that's a different topic altogether here, but anti-support is still really good right now, and can't wait to see it. Now, Mineski's hovering over the next two champions. We have Jarvan and Amumu. Now, it's very interesting choices, because Jarvan in the top lane isn't that good. As they switch counter to Nasus and Riven here, it would be Nasus in the jungle, Riven up in the top lane to try and deal with Zac, but I think they're really wanting to think here, and they are going to grab Nasus and Riven here. So, I mean, it could be Riven jungle. We've seen it before. It could also, be not Riven jungle. I mean, it could be Nasus in the jungle. They could just go for something crazy here altogether, but they still need their AD carry for MSK, so we still have to wait for that pick just to kind of, get a better picture, but it most likely will be Nasus in the jungle doing what he can. They're coming in with those withers, but this does leave Shen open, which if they do pick Shen, it will mean Zac in middle lane here. We've seen Zac middle lane before here in this scene, and it did work out very well for them as just super tanky. Able to do some damage, but we still have to wait until see what they pick. I don't, can't really talk about what they hover over just yet. Jarvan, coming around, they still do need a jungler here, and 10 seconds coming down. Looks like they are going to hover over Orianna. Orianna is definitely a good choice. Long range, able to kind of deal with stuff. Shield, a lot of protection coming in, especially works well with Zac. But no, it looks like they actually go with the Ezreal double AD carry, as Ezreal will be taking the middle lane. And Jarvan will be going into the jungle. There actually is no smite picked up yet, but I'm going to assume that there will be. There's no reason for there not to be. And if there wasn't, that would be very, very surprising. No, I just have to wait for the last pick. Again, they do need an AD carry here. Now, there is a lot of just kind of getting into the back line here, so I definitely want to try and find somebody who's mobile. Corki is open for themselves. It definitely might be a good choice here, just because of that mobility. He's really kind of the only person, really, I could see them actually picking here for that mobility. I can't really think of anybody else. I mean, Caitlyn has some, but Caitlyn is a little bit easier to lock down than them. But, Corki, they seem to be going for a little bit more of a poke composition here with Nidalee, and Corki will definitely benefit that. Whoa. Is there a chance they just don't even go in AD carry? No AD carry here for MSK. Very risky decision here. AD carry just help propel them, just into the late game. Their late game prowess is amazing. So MSK is going to be looking for a very quick finish here. And if they start to lose even a little bit early on, they will just have a very hard battle coming uphill. I mean, they do have Nasus here, and he is very good in the mid-game, late mid-game here. But we are kind of missing, some big deal. I mean, is it going to be Nidalee AD carry? I mean, I don't know. I mean, who's going to be in the bottom lane? I'm going to assume it looks like it's going to be Riven in the jungle, and Snowy will be up in the top lane as Nasus. But will it be Nidalee and Fiddlesticks coming in here? And it's just going to be very interesting to see, and I can't wait to see it. It's just very exciting. I can't wait to see whatever they're going to do here. And we've been seeing a lot of interesting stuff coming out of the Southeast Asian scene from the Garena Premier League. And I mean, we saw double jungle. We saw people, proxying the first wave early on, and things are just going crazy here in this Garena, the GPL. I mean, it's a very interesting just tournament to watch, and I just encourage you to watch it, because so many strange things happen here that we're just not used to seeing. So many just interesting choices and strategies coming in for both teams on just everywhere. I mean, Type A Assassins probably have played the most standard from what I have watched them play, but everyone else has seemed to pull just kind of strange stuff out at just random times. I mean, I guess they think they are in that part of the tournament where they want to bust out, their playbook and just pull out the super secret strats that nobody really knows about. But I don't know. This is a very risky strategy, not having an AD carry. It's very unheard of. Nidalee does have a Doran's Blade, though, so it could be AD Nidalee. I mean, I don't know. AD Nidalee, it can work. I mean, she has her own steroid. I mean, she has an attack speed steroid and a self-heal. She has a long-range spears, of course. Cougar form makes her very mobile, but I don't know. It's just very risky. It could work in theory. I mean, especially if she kind of gets a little bit tanky. AD Nidalee is actually very hard to kill when she becomes very tanky, but the question is, are they going to try and do that? I believe her own attack range is only 525, which isn't that big, but I can't remember off the top of my head. as everyone kind of gets the wards out. You're seeing hunters deep inside of MSK's jungle right now. Ooh, dangerous here. They can't get spotted by a ward. Will Fiddlesticks walk in through the ward? Ooh, TGE is almost doing it. This is very careful for him. He's going to just face check it. They have no idea, and TGE barely escaping death here. He is still very far away here. Nidalee is actually going to be caught out here. EXO is going to take a lot of damage. Here comes the hop in. Golden going to be able to pop the flash of EXO. And there we go. First flash down. This is going to signal that they are, of course, at the red buff. Riven's going to, of course, just immediately go straight to Jarvan's red. But it's very dangerous to do it at this point in time. They get caught in the crossover, it'd be very, very bad for him. Naps is getting a lot of free farm right now. Zach going to show up to lane extremely late, and that's very bad for Zach. Naps is going to gain kind of a lead here. Jarvan coming up for the gank, but of course they didn't know that he was, of course, at the red buff. Going to be able to spot him, no problem. It looks like maybe a trap did spot him. But Noel just coming straight towards this red buff, just going to be able to take it, so the counter jungling not going to matter too much. Noel's just going to take that smite and look for the potential gank here. And again, Nasus kind of has a big lead down at bottom lane. Well, he's at the first place he might go. The leap is off cooldown. This could be dangerous for him, actually. As Riven's starting to make her way down here, the minion's starting to come now. He's going to have a giant wave here. EXO took a lot of pain from that. Has to go back very early on. Riven waiting down in the bottom brush now. The minions will spot her as he comes down here, and Zach should be actually okay of this. Jumping in there, Zach taking a little bit of damage here, but he should be fine. Riven went in a little bit early there, but had no choice. Didn't want to waste too much time. So Nasus is only going to get a small lead, but Sayedi getting jumped around in the middle lane. Going to auto-attacking Ignite will not be enough to take him down. Too busy looking down at the mini-map just to see what happens down there. I like to, keep an eye on all the lanes at the same time. Something I don't even watch, but Noel's going to find Tainted Ones in the jungle here, taking a lot of damage onto him. They both have the double buffs. Noel's waiting for cooldowns as much as he can, but Ezreal's coming in to kind of help it out. Dodges the knockup, but now Ezreal's here to really help out this. Is he going to try and do anything here? Noel is in a lot of pain here. Can't get killed. He will give the double buffs to XXF if he dies. No, that's first blood coming out, and they're going to follow the knockup and CED. No, Tainted One's not going to be able to find it, but Ezreal picking up the double buffs, and that's going to be horrible for Ahri right now. They really need to try and turn that around. Can they get a gank on? A little bit too much aggression coming in from Noel, giving up that first blood, giving up those double buffs to Ezreal. And that is just a big blunder there as Jarvan's going to start making his way top, and CED is just going to have a rough time in this lane. The Mystic shots are just going to fly out and just provide red buff procs for XXF on Ezreal. Tainted One's being very patient right now. He kind of has very low health right now. It's very dangerous for him to really come in here. TGE kind of watching from the backside, making sure nobody really comes in. But here we go. Red Hot Rays has the stun up. EXO is going to get caught up in the knockup. Another condemn against the wall. Going to stop that, but EXO super low. The Fear Night stop it. No! Walson's going to be able to pick it up onto EXO. EXO forced to back, then forced to die. He is missing so much right now. Snowy taking a lot of pain now from Golden, and that's just what's going to happen up against Zach, is that he just doesn't have the lifesteal at the moment. He has to keep farming that Q, but Golden is just keeping up the pressure onto him, and while he's winning in CS, he's got the Doran Shield to help with the regen. He's just going to slowly kind of lose a little bit until he gets that bigger lifesteal from his passive, of course, with the Siphoning Strike. Siphoning Strike, does proc lifesteal. He does get more of it. But Snowy's just going to have a little bit of a hard time right now. He's got a big minion wave here. Does not really want to lose it all. And Snowy's going to get ignited under tower. Golden going to tank it a little bit. He's going to flash away. Golden going to flash for him. Snowy going to barely survive somehow. Golden going to lose his passive here. Can he go down? I don't think he really has any way to kill him. We'll have to see what he can do. He's going for what he can. He's, nope, not going to be able to kill him. The passive will get procced up, but Golden going to take a lot of pain from that. And he should have the potions. He has a potion maybe, but it looks like Golden just going to go ahead and back off. He can't be super aggressive now without his passive. Tainted One's going to walk right through a ward, so I do know that he was there, but XXF with these double buffs have just been able to really do very well in middle lane so far. Said actually doing a pretty good job of trying to keep up as well as he is right now. He's behind by 10, but he is up against a double buff Ezreal, which is, again, a very hard thing to actually deal with very early on. As Said is going to take a lot of pain here. Charm will barely miss, and Said taking a lot of pain from that. As I say, that Mystic shot, I barely missed that, but Noel needs to try and, fix this. Got to come middle and get this gank onto Ezreal. There is no ward there. Jarvan is on the blue side of the map, though, so we might just see a big counter gank coming in. His XXF has just the superior damage right now. He's level 6. And Said just can't really deal with it. Oh my god, Said just going to get ignited. He should fall from here. The potion is ticking, but Painted One's going to pick it up, and Noel's coming in. And wow, just great playing right now, just from all over Hunters right now. And there's just really nothing MSK can do, and their top lane, their AD carry, isn't doing as well as they hoping. EXO just isn't working out right now. I mean, he can't get close because of Annie, and it was just, I don't know, a very poor choice of carry right now, and I don't know if it's really going to work out for him. As he gets stunned yet again, they condemn into the wall, and that's going to be a dead EXO. As Noel comes in from the top lane, they might be able to pick up the kill onto Wall's Ends. Red Hot Rays also going to get stunned as well as Noel hops kind of the wrong way. Red Hot Rays, there comes the Ezreal Arcane Barrage. Red Hot Rays is going to be able to flash out of there before the fear could get him. And so only a 1-for-1, but Nidalee dying yet again. I mean, it's still a decent trade. It's still a good trade in favor of Hunters for the AD carry side of things, because XO is still going to miss a bunch of CS here, and Tainted Ones, seeing that the jungler's top has just been running the jungle here. He's just counter jungle the blue. He is doing such a good job. I mean, Noel went up there at a very awkward time in the jungle when buffs were coming up, and it's a very dangerous time to do that. And Noel's going to find his blue and check it, and it's just going to be gone. And Tainted One's going to be able to take his own red buff. He's going to be able to give his own blue buff away, and there's just super good buff control coming in from Hunter's Tainted Ones. And you got to give him just props for that. Just props for the ganks coming in, props for just everything that he's done so far for his team. He's, 1-0-2. So, I mean, he's not super strong just yet here, but Noel's coming in for the gank onto Golden. Golden does not have his passive, remember this, but he is so fast. He is out of there. Not even going to be able to catch him. And that's an ultimate down for Noel, as XXF is going to be able to pick up another blue buff very early on. And, I mean, it's just very hard for Set to really do anything about this. And he's not going to have his own blue buff. He's going to be very far behind. He went double Doran's rings too, so he's still got no form. He doesn't really have that big of a form of mana regen. Did not go the flash like we see a lot of people do. So he is going to be very far behind right now, compared to Ezreal, who has 20 CS above and a kill. So XXF, I mean, right now their whole composition was about kind of getting that lead early and really running with it. But now the team that's supposed to be winning late game is winning, very early on. And it's going to be very hard for MSK to really kind of do anything about this. They have to really make a fight count at Dragon, as they have a 2,000 gold deficit already at 9 minutes in. And MSK's really got to do something. And again, this Nidalee AD carry, I'm not sure if this is what they're banning here, and it's just not working out this game. But it's very strange. It's a very odd kind of build. But here comes Noel. Can they manage to get the gank? They don't know that he's there. Does he have his flash up? He does have his flash up. But the question is can he get a good one? He's like barely in range to really try and get in there, but he will get condemned or stunned by Red Hot Rays, so someone really has to force it out. Fiddlesticks can get in there with his ultimate. Said coming in from the back line. Tainted One's going to find him. Said's going to be forced to ulti out of this. He's trying to do what he can to not have to ulti, but he ults and then gets condemned through the wall. Very awkward kind of placement there. But all in all, nothing coming out of it. Said's forced to use his ultimate. Ezreal starting to push up that middle lane. Going to get some nice damage onto that tower. If not take it, it is going to go down. That's going to be the first tower of the game going to Hunters. Tainted One's looking for a gank still. Going to throw down a pink ward into that bush. Clear out some wards. Is he going to find anybody? He will not. But XO just... If you look at the CS 46 to 70, he's just not in a good spot. Double Doran's now. He's got some quick damage with the Doran's blade, but he needs to start being able to get items, and he just doesn't have the CS to really do that or, contest anything. Noel coming in, looks like XXF trying to take this red buff. Tainted One's going to help, and they've just been doing a good job. The fear coming out for Tainted One. Tainted One's taking a lot of pain here. He might go down to the exhaust. He tries to get away. Can they finish him? Looks like TGE is going to be the target. The Ignite going to be able to pick him off as Walzens comes in for the kill. XO now taking a lot of pain for himself as Ezreal's coming in. There we go. XXF should be able to finish this off for himself, and there we go. He Arcane Shifts, picks it up with an auto attack. Noel not even able to pick up the kill on the Tainted Ones. He gets out of there with his life, so they get a buff. They get a kill. And they get 2 kills, actually, and now Noel is at tower alone. He's forced to back off, and XXF is looking for anything to do, and Hunters are just playing this matchup perfectly. I really hope that Nidalee bans, that we've been seeing is not for AD carry Nidalee, because if it is, I I will be very, very confused. I would want to see it work, because if it works, that would be amazing. This might just be a bad game for it. They might have just been shut down very early on by that early harassment. Meanwhile, down at bottom lane, they're back to just being a farming lane. Snowy should have enough health regen to really just lifesteal to really deal with it, so he should be okay now. He has teleport to just leave, come back to lane now. And he's going to be the one who has to really carry them this game now. He has to start getting kills, start getting some farm. And this next dragon fight is going to be very, very important for Team MSK. XXF is really strong on Ezreal right now. Meanwhile, you got Walzens, who's very strong on Vayne right now. Does not yet have the Blade of the Ruined King, but very close. Almost there. The teleport from Nasus coming back in, so that will be down. He did go back, did pick up a couple items, as he's going for that Spirit Visage very much first. Tainted One's going to go ahead and start down this dragon, and no one, even from MSK, is really even in position to really try and stop this. And so it's going to be an easy dragon here for Hunters. And Hunters, again, just moving around the map beautifully, controlling objectives very well, as they've just gotten almost every buff. They are even pinging on the blue buff because they know that it is up. The True Shot Barrage is going to come in and damage Noelle. Noelle's going to be forced out of there. Here comes Tainted One's coming in. The Charm coming in, but it's not going to be enough. XSF picking up the kill onto Noelle. Noelle will go down, and they will pick up yet another blue buff. Give that over to XXF. And they are just in complete control of this game as they're starting to make their way down bottom tower. That is the next tier 1 tower up. Snowy has to get out of there, and he does. And here we go. Tibbers will tank it so they can just walk through. Good old Tibbers being useful in more ways than one, because they're just going to be able to clear out these waves. Walzens is there to deal damage to this tower, and this should be another tower in favor of Hunters. The tower count should be going to 3-0. Snowy is starting to make his way up here, but Walzen's already getting damage on this thing, and this should fall. Snowy just going to go ahead and give up. He's just going to go ahead and start walking back, not even going to try and contest this tower. And there we go. Walzen's picks it up. That's the third tower of the game. 7-1 in kills. They have a 7,000 gold lead, and it's only 14 minutes into the game. XO just not in a good spot right now to AD carry. He's looks like going for that Phage, and yes, does decide to pick up that Phage. And it does work. True Barrage is going to catch out TGE. Just gets bursted down. They look for Snowy. Forced to flash out of there. Wow. Fiddlesticks just getting melted completely. Not even having a chance to even do anything. And they're just doing such a good job of catching people. And Noelle just hasn't been able to do much at all. He's 0-2-1. Only been able to help get one kill. But other than that, just hasn't really been able to find much on the map. They've been losing their buffs left and right. Hasn't been able to really find anything. As we look at the the level difference, Jarvan's got a nice level advantage. It's at least like one level ahead, maybe just like 3/4, but still. Tainted One's doing a very good job. 3-0-3. I'm sorry, 1-0-5. He's already got his Spirit of the Elder Lizard finished. Looks like maybe going for that Ninja Tabi next. I don't think so. But he's got Cloth Armor. Could also be going for the L Emblem of Valor. Well, let's see what he actually decides to buy. But, they're just doing such a good job right now, just moving around the map, controlling objectives yet again. And I believe red buff should be coming up relatively soon on MSK's side. We'll have to see if they decide to actually contest that, as XXF is super strong now. 3-3. He's got that Trinity Force now finished as Walzens comes in. Is he going to go for Snowy here? He's got the red buff. He really could do it as he condemns him against the wall. Ultimate is popped. Wither coming out onto Snowy as he turns around. He pops his ultimate, but can he get him? Walzen's taking a lot of damage here. Noelle coming in to try and help out, as here comes Annie from the side. Noelle does have flash here, but are they going to risk it? No, not with the Annie there. Did not want to risk that at all. Red Hot Rays showing up at the right time. Noelle probably could have gotten in there and maybe gotten the kill with the ultimate on, but not able to get it. Walzen's forces both of them out, but TGE is going to get caught out yet again. The Fear Art XSF, he's going to flash over the wall, but Golden just going to chase after him. Charm going to come out, land on to Golden, but it doesn't matter. Golden still has the Let's Bounce going, able to pick up the kill on the Fiddlesticks, and that's yet another time TGE gets caught. And MSK has just kind of up a creek without a paddle here. Not really able to get anything going. 9-1 in kills, 3-0 in towers, as Golden looks like he's coming in for another gank on the CED. CED's going to be forced to use the ultimate. Red Hot Rays coming in, not able to finally... Oh, he misses the terrorist. True Shot Barrage was also going to miss. CED dodging 2 ultimates there, but that's just going to help open up this tower, open up the jungle, open up just complete map control as they start heading down to the bottom lane to really push down this tower. It is only Snowy down there right now, and he was forced to back off this tower. It's going to take a lot of pain, if not fall. As there are 4 people on it, XXF and Walzen's just whacking away at it. That's going to be the 4th tower of the game in favor of Hunters. And Hunters just continuing to move around the map as one, just doing a good job. Red buff on Walzen's, blue buff on XXF, and now the red buff is going to be up from MSK. And are they going to try and contest it? They are all still together. There really is no immediate objective on the tower right in front of them. Golden just kind of waiting in the wings, looking for a hop, but he's not going to be able to find it just yet as they start whacking away at this. Tainted One's getting in position, going to be able to jump on the TGE. The Fear, the Cataclysm just locking him down. He's not able to do anything, and there's a Trisha Bros going to eliminate him. Noel just taking it down, getting taken down. There's a double kill for XXF. Ezreal doing very well this game still as they start working on the next tower, the Inhibitor Tower, with no minions. It's going to go ahead and back off. Nidalee is taking down the top tower, but they really shouldn't really care about that too much anymore. It's just the outside tower. It's not that big of a deal. You don't want to have to go up there every time it's in danger. It's just a thorn in the side, so might as well just let it go. XXF, meanwhile, is going to pick up this red buff, and they're just giving the buffs to the right people almost all the time. XXF, of course, with the Mystic Shot attack, just really good at just slowing people down, catching people, able to get so much damage off. EXO has to be careful here. He's trying to hop over this wall there. Finally manages to do it, but he does just not have the same damage. He is 0-3 and 0, 119 CS, so he's kind of catching up to Vayne here, but doesn't have the same real good damage output as Vayne has, or even Ezreal has. Ezreal 5-0-4. Look at the gold like difference. 7,000 to 4,800 here, and 84,000 to 4,000 on Aura. It's just not good right now. Trisha Barrage coming across, actually gonna force set off of it. Can't contest it now, and this is gonna be a free blue buff for Hunters yet again, as XXF is coming to do it. He definitely wants that, definitely needs it. Has no real good form of mana regen just yet. And XXF going to be happy to take that, get that nice mana regen coming out. TGE almost getting caught yet again. Look at the wards just coming out here for both teams, trying to keep as much vision as they can. But MSK just has lost control of their jungle. They haven't had a buff in about 10 minutes now, in over 10 minutes now. But now they're going to lose the second dragon of the game. Hunter's just there to do it. No one really there to contest it from MSK. And there's really just no one strong enough to even fight them. MSK has to try and wait for just the best fight possible, but it just won't come. Hunter's just doing too good of a job of just controlling the map and just moving around it very well. They're having a very hard time keeping up. And XO is just forced to just farm this. He has finally taken a CS kind of advantage over Vayne, but it's just he just hasn't been able to do anything. And right now, Snowy is kind of going to be the person here. As we saw, his Siphoning Strike was up to 340 extra damage now. And that is very, very strong right now. And here we go. TG getting caught out yet again. Golden jumping onto him, getting the slow. The Fear is going to be on the Golden, so he's going to be okay. That Fear lasting so long. Red Heart Rays now with the Oracles just maintaining vision control of MSK's jungle. It's very hard for them to even do anything, but he's going to run right into Noel. This is kind of the pick they needed here. Can they manage to get him? Looks like there we go. Noel's going to be able to find him. TGE coming in with the Fear. Walzen's going to be able to cleanse it. Noel taking a lot of damage here. Let's Bounce coming around, but Noel's going to go down to XXF. Can they find anything else? No, so it's a 1-for-1 trade there. Support for jungler, not a very good one. They're going to lose this next tower here. It will become a 6-1 in towers, and extending that gold lead to 11,000 at 20 minutes in. Can MSK do anything to really turn this around? Snowy is really the only thing that can turn this around completely here, and it's going to be very hard for them to do it, as they're going to be turning onto Baron here. They have the damage with 280 carries. The Blade of the Ruin King on Vayne just helps do it so fast. Ezreal has the Bloodthirster and Turning Force. He just has such high burst damage right now early on in the game, and they're just able to do it so quickly. And there it goes. Baron down at 21 minutes into the game, and just spawned only 5 minutes ago. And wow. A good job by Hunters, just again controlling everything so far. And Walzen's looking for the kill on the set. He knows that he might not have his ultimate up. There's a high chance. Dodges a nice charm. Not going to be able to continue the chase, though. Going to be forced out of there. Tainted One's just going to go and help clear it. And MSK's on a serious back foot here as Golden is on XO, chasing him down, but Golden taking a lot of damage from this. XO needs to be careful, though. The Ignite is on him. He's forced to jump out of there. Golden walks over a trap, but XO is taking so much damage here. There comes the flash. There we go. Golden just able to get that kill. Golden just dealing so much damage right now with that Haunting Guise. He actually does not have a Haunting Guise. I thought maybe he would. But dealing so much damage right now only with his basic abilities and his levels. He's just way above XO, 2 levels above him, but here we go, Red Hot Rays. Does he have his flash up? Does not actually have it, so he's not able to get a flash. Terrors of Veins coming around the backside. Can he get it? Condemned against the wall. Said condemned, but it's too far away for Walzen to really chase. Noel is the only person left, and he should be able to get it. Blade of the Ruin King being used. Charm going to hit Walzen's a very nice charm, but here comes TGE coming in. Gets the fear on the Red Hot Rays, but the Terror is going to stop him in his place. Here comes Golden coming in. TGE is just going to get melted down. Walzen's taking a lot of pain. Snowy able to pick up that kill. Golden now chasing onto Noel. Noel has his ultimate taking down. Said is very low. Double kill for Zag. XXF coming around the backside. Golden is going to go down. No, he is still alive. His passive will get popped. Snowy is still alive. Going for Red Hot Rays. XXF turning on to XXO. To XO. Snowy still alive somehow. Life stealing as much as he can, but he will fall down here. There's Tainted One's picking up that kill. Nearly the last one left. Will it be able to kill him? No! Barely survives that XO. Getting that little bit of fountain heal. Gonna survive that True Shot barrage, but they're gonna be able to push down this inhibitor tower with 4 people. XXF still alive. Vayne did go down, and they're gonna start working on this inhibitor. XO just has the Trinity Force, just doesn't have the damage to really contest this. TGE has just been getting caught time and time again, and there we go. The inhibitor will finally fall. A little bit kind of was left up a couple times. XXF just kind of waiting, hoping that they get too close, but nope, just gonna back off. Don't want to risk anything. Go ahead and secure buffs. Red buff is up. XXF will most likely take that. And again, just no buffs have been activated. Have been taken by MSK in a very long time. MSK still in that back foot. Snowy showing up to that fight was very good. Oh man, a Charm's going to actually find Tainted One's the fear as well. Said does have his ultimate. Can they continue this chase here? Tainted One's going to jump away here, but they still got the ultimate. The flash will fail. He will go down. That's definitely a pick that they wanted there. Said picking up some much needed gold. I think that was indeed a shutdown. Was his first death. It was not a shutdown, though. 2-1-7 TGE running right into walls, and so he's going to get caught out here. The fear's coming out. He's doing as much as he can. The cleanse, though, is going to find an XO. Can they find anything? Noel taking a lot of pain here. Noel might actually fall. Said looking for anything he can. XXF is on the outside, just poking with Mystic Shop. Snowy is going to be there to get the Wither on, and Snowy just going to turn on to XXF, and here comes XO as much as they can, but he's just getting bursted down. He's stunned. There's nothing he can do, as Walzen's just going to get taken out by Snowy with just one single siphoning strike. Snowy is super strong right now. They need to fight with him, but he's going to go down to XXF. He cannot take on 3 people at the same time, but he did manage to take down Walzen. They lost 3 for 1 there because TGE is just constantly just pushing up too far without people on the map as XXF takes the next blue buff. He's just running on MSK's buffs right now. And honestly, that was a good start of catch for MSK, but they just kept going. TGE just constantly getting caught. He's 1-6, and honestly, it's been a big problem right here. He's been caught about 3 or 4 times out, just kind of walking around here, and it's very bad when you just keep getting caught out of position just constantly. It's just very bad for your team. It just puts your team in just a big negative position, and it's really allowed Hunters to really do a lot of the things that they are able to do of controlling this map. I mean, he's trying to ward, I understand that, but they really need to move as one and move as a team, so that way TGE doesn't really just get blown up every single time he goes to try and get any form of map control. Golden getting ready to hop in there, only going to jump on the minions, and as they push down this final inhibitor tower for themselves, it is like 8-1 in towers as they're just taking it down so fast, nearly coming with the spears from the outside, but they just don't hurt that much. XXF hurts way more with just his Mystic Shots. There comes the charm, not going to land. Golden coming into the backside. Noelle has really in pain here. She cannot do what she did, and she's just going to go down. Walzen's going to turn right on the TGE, going to be able to cleanse that fear, and just that quick QSS doing so much work here. Tainted One's getting jumped on, but he is not going to go down. Here comes TGE with the Crow Storm, but it's not going to find anything. Golden jumps right into it. He's going to get feared. He should have his passive down. It is down. There's a shutdown for XO. Can they continue? The Snowy is super tanky, able to pick up a double kill for XO. Now he's able to pick up Tainted Ones. So it's a 2 for 3 now. They still have Ari and TGE up. Can they find anything? XO is still alive as well. Technically, their 80 carry But XXF and Walzens are super strong right now. I'm not sure if EXO can actually chase this. It's very dangerous with that red buff on XXF. And it looks like they will just back off there. All in all, it's still not that great. They have 3 inhibitors down for XO. They have to try and use this. They lost a Nexus Tower as well. And the Nexus Tower, oh man, they cannot lose this one. If they lose this one, it will be awful. It is getting whacked away at, though, by the Super Minions. It looks like it will fall. That's 2 Nexus Towers down now. And now they are left with just a naked Nexus. And there's just, it's got to be just super bad just to be in this position right now. Dragon is, of course, up, but MSK can't even think about contesting it. I don't really think Hunters want it. I think they're just going to head straight towards the base, fight one last fight. XXF taking the blue buff just to get some more spam on those Mystic shots and everything else. Our two-shot barrage coming in just to help clear minions on the side, and they just do. Oh my gosh, and poor MSK just fighting at their Nexus. They have stopped them from taking damage here, but they just have to go for an all-out fight before they get to their base. As Warzen's coming in, starting to whack away at the Nexus, and here they come. They have to fight here. There comes the fear coming into Walzen's. Walzen's QS's it. Noel taking so much pain, not even able to do anything. There comes the Cataclysm coming out, locking in Snowy. He's not able to get to the carries. Snowy now in the middle. XSF is nearby, but he's taking so much damage from everybody. Snowy trying to run away, and everybody on MSK is just melting. They cannot find a kill, and there goes Snowy. Only 2 people left on MSK, but they should not be able to find this. And there we go. That's going to be the game. Hunters closing it out beautifully. That game was very much one-sided in the favor of Hunters, and I mean, the Nidalee AD carry, I'm not too sure how I feel about that. I just don't. Obviously, it didn't work here. You can't judge it by one showing, of course, but it was a risky move. It was still a risky move. It might be, what they do. It might be definitely their new thing, but it's a very risky move. And again, I have to do more research on it, obviously, because if it's a thing here in the Southeast Asian meta, then it obviously must work here, and they just weren't able to pull it off as well as they could have. So, anyways, it was still a good game for Hunters. Hunters pulling out another win, helping them get up there and try and secure their spot into the brackets. And anyways, thank you guys for watching. This was Nick Arena Premier League, and hope you guys enjoyed it. There's more videos like this soon to come, trying to get some more of every single scene. And this is, of course, the Southeast Asian scene. And it's different. It's interesting to see, the different metas that we can see. And anyways, I hope you guys really enjoyed it. So anyways, thank you guys for watching, and so on.